Keegan Bradley is with us now at the 107th PGA Championship. Keegan, a nice start for you today. How would you summarize your opening round?
It was great. I played as solid of a round of golf today as I've played it all year. I just hit one bad drive on 9, which is a brutal hole, but played really well. You know, just a few wacky little mud balls out there that kind of affected some of the shots, but really proud of the way I played.
That's great. Thanks. Dan?
Did you request to get a look at those guys in the pairing? And then how much can you, I mean, you have so much data and so much to look at. How much can you actually learn from actually getting eyes on a guy?
I definitely did not request that pairing. I actually kind of felt bad for the boys when I saw it because I remember my first time playing with the captain. I played with Tom Watson at the Greenbrier, and I was nervous to do that. So I was proud of the way they played today. They're such good guys and incredible players, and there's nothing in these 2 days that's going to determine yes or no if they're on this team. I'm just proud of the way they played today. I'm sure that was definitely a distraction for them. They didn't show. They played amazing.
Mike 7.
Hi, Keegan. Congrats on a great round. What's it like being a Ryder Cup captain? Trying to keep an eye on how other players on your team, potential players on your team, are performing, managing your own game as well. And I'm also wondering, are you having a personal duel out there with the European Ryder Cup captain as well, Luke Donald?
Yeah, I'm excited to shoot him a text when we're done here. I was really proud. I was pumped to see Luke up there. I know Hardy's been working back home, and I mean Luke's a all-time great player. It doesn't surprise me, but yeah, as I've said, when I'm inside the ropes, I'm focusing on myself as a player. This afternoon, when I leave here, there'll be a few things that I'll probably do as the captain. But when I'm here playing, when I'm playing with Andrew and Mav, I'm not scouting out how they're playing. I'm trying to figure out how to play this difficult golf course.
Can you share what might be in the text?
I'm just I'll give him a little shit, but I'll tell him how happy I am for him to play like that. And, to come out, I don't know when the last time he played in a major was. I played here last year, but to come out here and shoot 4 under on the first day on this course is impressive.
Over to Mike 5.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you know that he said all he has to do is tie you, and then he gets to take the trophy back with him. So, but I mean, how much, to have two Ryder Cup captains up there at the top, near the top of the leaderboard, is kind of neat, isn't it?
It's unique, and one of the interesting things about becoming captain is that only other captains can understand what you're going through and the day-to-day process and the pressure and everything that comes with that. So, for him to go out there and shoot that round is impressive and makes me happy.
Jim?
Do you want to be a playing captain?
I don't know. I want to help the team the best I can. If that means playing, then I'll do that. But I think it's pretty difficult to do both. But I have incredible vice captains, including Jim Furyk, who's done this before. Snedeker and Webb and Kisner have all been assistants. So we got a great team. But when it comes down to if I think that's going to help us win, that's what I'll do. But that's the only thought in my head.
Jim?
I know you've had a lot of other duties, but you haven't slowed down your practice, have you?
No. It hasn't affected my preparation one bit. It's a little more. The biggest challenge has been when I am practicing to not constantly think about the Ryder Cup, to be focused on what I'm doing. Because sometimes when I practice, I get into almost a meditative sort of state, and a lot of ideas come to me then. And I have like a little notebook that I write ideas down, and sometimes I can get distracted with that. But it hasn't affected my preparation at all.
Juan?
So I wanted to ask us a question from before from a different perspective. The fact that we have 2 captains in contention this week, what does it tell you about how the captains are picked and how the captains are chosen? Younger people can be in contention, no?
Yeah, it's definitely a different era of Ryder Cup captains. I've said a million times, if they gave Tiger or Phil or a captaincy at my age, they would have been doing the same thing. I've just been the only one given the opportunity. So, I still feel like I'm in the prime of my career. I don't feel like, I'm in this Ryder Cup role where I'm still trying to be one of the best players in the world and feel like I can be. So, just because I'm the Ryder Cup captain doesn't change my outlook towards how I compete.
And it looks to me like both you and Luke are resisting to the idea of being playing captains, but it's getting to a point where you might make the team.
Yeah.
So what do you do with that? I mean,
We'll see. I've sort of set a timetable of the U.S. Open to kind of reevaluate after the U.S. Open where we stand. But as of right now, I'm not anywhere near making the team. So, I'm, as I've said a million times, I'm acting as if I am the captain, not playing at this point. But obviously, trying to go out and win majors and win tournaments and do the best that I can.
Thanks for your time, Keegan.
Thank you.